with a little lob right there. Swing Cash got picked and really just had to foul her. Here it is right here. Watch that back pick right there by Armenti that frees up Chastity, and then she's able to go in there strong and get fouled. See Swing Cash yelling to tell somebody to let her know the back pick came.
Chastity Melvin misses the first free throw. There's a good look at Armenti Price. We had that month-long break for the Olympics. No, not so much for Armenti Price. She was hard at work during that time off. Basically, the entire month of August, she was working out on a daily basis with assistant coach Stephanie White. There she is. Stephanie White, one of the all-time great shooters as a collegian, now an assistant coach in the Sky for the second straight year. She is a hot prospect in the coaching circles, but one thing she knows about is how to shoot the basketball. And her and Armenti working on forms each and every day during August, trying to improve the second-year pros game.
Well, that's good right there to see Armenti put the time in, because, you know, when you get that type of time off, most young players want to go home. You know, they don't want to stay around and work on their game, and that's a credit to what Armenti's doing and Stephanie White to be here to help her. It's only going to make her a better player.
There's Armenti with the basketball. Gets it over in the corner. Aisha Fluker, her first shot, a little bit off the mark. Here comes Swin Cash in Seattle. And a turnover. Run out for Kiana Cheney. What kind of wheels does she have? Pretty good one.
Kiana right there gets her hands on the ball, and she knows what to do with it when she gets to the basket.
Rookie from LSU with the steal and the two. Kiana's role has really changed since the beginning of the year.
Well, she's really shown that she can come in. I mean, she's hit a couple of big shots from the three-point line. But she's coming in with instant offense. Here it is right here. Watch her. She just gets her hands in the passing lane. Another turnover by Seattle. But here she is pushing the ball up. Q knows how to finish. Lets the defense go right by. Goes to the basket. An easy two.
Shot clock's down to 2. Gerald has to throw it up, and she's bailed out. Armenti Price called for the foul, and Gerald will go to the free throw line. So Katie Gerald, 2. Just 4 out of 8 from the free throw line so far this season. Well, Sky fans, now's the best time to become a 2009 Sky season ticket holder. If you pre-order your tickets right now, the last 3 home games of the 2008 season are on the Sky. To order and get instant benefits, visit chicagosky.net or call 866-SKY-WNBA. Folks, these games are going to mean something. We're talking home games against Washington, a game against the New York Liberty, and the final game, Sunday, September 14th, against the Houston Comets. Sky playing some of the best basketball in the WNBA over the last 2 weeks. They've won 3 straight games, trying to win a franchise high 4 in a row.
Well, the one thing, whether you make the playoffs or not, the one thing they want to do is finish up strong and go into next season with something to build on, which they've been able to do these last 3 games. They continually get better, and this is a good starting point for next season if you don't make the playoffs.
Kiana Cheney fires from long range, a little bit too strong, and look at Armenti Price.
Ooh, she went upstairs to get that rebound over Cheryl Swoops.
Armenti plays with that great desire. Fluker inside for 2.
Nice strong move right there by Fluke, just going to the basket with the right hand.
And another timeout is called by Seattle. Brian Agler, everything he's trying to employ is not working. His team now down by 12 against the Sky. 6:49 remaining here in the first half.
Sky fans, take a look at the video board and get ready for 60 seconds of airtime.
Well, right now, Agler's not really happy with the way his team is playing as far as the turnovers are concerned. I mean, this is a team you had success with at the very beginning of the year. And yes, it's a different Sky team than what you saw in the beginning of the season, but to be turning the ball over as much as they're turning it over is really no excuse for that.
They have 12 turnovers as a team, and we played just a little bit over 13 minutes. And anytime you have Sue Bird as your point guard and you turn the ball over that much, it's ultra rare.
And they're not they're not really pressure turnovers. They're not forced turnovers where the Sky, I mean, give them credit defensively, but they're not really those type of turnovers that they're, getting their hands on loose ball. It's fumbling the ball, making bad passes, those type of turnovers that add up that really kill you. Now, if the team is out there really being aggressive and stealing the ball from you, which the Sky has done on occasion tonight, but a lot of the Storm turnovers are just, bad passes, dribbling off the leg. And it's got to be a concern going into the second half if they're trying to do some things and try to solidify their place in the playoffs. They better turn it up.
For my money, that's the best mascot in professional sports. I think Sky Guy is phenomenal. Not only his look and the jutting jaw and that strong chin that he has, but I love his athletic ability. He's out there and with the pogo sticks, he's doing dunks.
I mean, I just got a quick glimpse of him right there. I thought it was Jay Leno. I was like, Jay Leno's in the house. Look at Jay. Come on, Jay, baby. Come to the Sky game, boy. Everybody's out to see the Sky.
All right, folks, let's set the picture here for you. In case you don't have the standings right in front of you, this is what's going on with the Sky. They're currently in 5th place. All right, they're 2.5 games behind the 4th place team, the Indiana Fever. They're 2 games behind in the loss column. Should the Sky win this game, they'll be 2 games back with 5 to play. What they'll need to do is basically win out. To win tonight, win the next 5 games, and then hope that Indiana loses 3 of their remaining 5 games. Here you look at the standings. The difference really is Indiana, they have the first tiebreaker against the Sky. They won the season series 2-1 against the Sky. That means that the Sky will have to finish with 1 more win than the Fever. Without that tiebreaker, it really makes things difficult for Steve McKee's team, but it is still possible. It is definitely still possible, but first things first, the Sky, they're playing great basketball. They need to win out. Oh, and look at that. Chris Paul is in the house. There he is on the left-hand side of your screen, and I believe is that Tyrus Thomas? We'll come back to that in a moment. Oh, man, ball's coming everywhere. Olympic gold medalist Chris Paul in the house.
I told you, this is the place to be at a Sky game. Everybody's out. That's Tyrus Thomas right there.
All right, so
Chris Paul.
Who's been to the pavilion so far this year? We've had Dwayne Wade in the house. We've had Ben Gordon here.
Quentin Richardson.
Shot is up and in. Jump shot. Camille Little. In years past, Barack Obama was a regular here.
Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child.
Romeo Crennel, head coach of the Cleveland Browns, is here each of the last couple of seasons. Telling you folks, you never know who's going to pop into a Sky game. Along the baseline, Camille Little comes up empty. It'll stay. No, it's going to go back over to the Sky.
See, right now, you're Steve McKee. You're telling your team to continue to put pressure on the Storm. Put them away. Do not let them have any hope going into the second half. You want to put them away now.
Sky shooting 55% so far through a quarter and a half. Sylvia Fowles back into the game, along with Dominique Canty, Chastity Melvin, Gia Perkins, and Arminty Price. And Chaz Melvin hits the jumper.
Again, we talk about that very first game of the year when the Sky went out to Seattle, had a huge lead and allowed Seattle to come back and take control of that game. They cannot do that tonight and rest on their laurels. They've got to put this team away.
Well, a big difference. No Lauren Jackson playing for Seattle.
And if you're the Sky, I mean, you really don't care if she's playing or not. You're trying to win these 6 games. You got 4 games at home that are winnable ball games, and you've got to go 6-0 to even have a chance to get in the playoffs. And like you said, is that Indiana has to drop some games, and they've got some tough games, but they also have some games that they should win too. You got the Atlanta Dream they're going to play that they should beat. And, they've got a 2-2 record against Detroit. They've got a 3-1 record against New York, and they play both of those teams, but anything can happen.
Indiana, their final 5 games tomorrow night at Detroit, Monday at Atlanta, Tuesday at Minnesota, and then home games against the New York Liberty and the reigning WNBA champs, the Phoenix Mercury.
So it looks like they're going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, kind of surprised. They just don't guard anyone.
Wow. But they're capable of coming in and putting up some points against Indiana. Could be a running game, and that could be a game that the Sky will be looking at for Phoenix to give them some help. So they can lose 3 or 4 of those games easily. And Minnesota's not going to be an easy game either.
what they're talking about is the shot clock. Whether or not the ball hit the rim, whether or not it should be reset to 24 seconds. Right now, it's 21 ticks on the shot clock, and they're trying to adjust that. And now both Stephen Key and Brian Agler getting in the mix. Yeah, there you just see Benita Spence with the hand to the head saying that